Hello everyone, I am from Group 1 and the Group 1 will the presentation for the Ramenchi Restauran. And before the presentation, we need to introduce myself and my team. And then first, my name is Daeli and my partner or team is the Rafi Yusuf and then Satrio Wicaksono. Okay, this presentation start with the definition.
So, restaurant is a place where people pay to sit and eat meals that are cooked and served on the premises, and eventually the restaurant that we make is special for ramen food and another side dish, so we called it Ramenchi Restauran. So I'm gonna explain about the login procedure. So the first one, we have initiator start here, and we declare the character of C username and C password, and we will display hello, welcome to Ramenchi Restauran, please login, and then insert the blank space. And we have input symbol here to accept C username, and we will display again insert the blank space, and we have this input symbol that accept the C password, and we separate this procedure with on-page connector that labeled with A letter. And we have three decision box here. The first one is C username null or C password null? If it's yes, it'll display the username and password must be filled, and then back to login procedure. And if it's not, it'll say is the username and password equal to admin? If it's yes, it'll display username and password correct and next to changing data list procedure. And if it's not, it'll say is C username and password equal to staff? If it's yes, display username and password correct and next to menu list procedure. And if it's not, it'll display username and password incorrect and back to login procedure. And next we move on to change data list procedure. So we also have this start initiator, and we declare the numeric n key 1, and then we display four options. The first one is change food, second one is change side dish, the third is change drink, and 4 exit. And then we have this input symbol, it's for accept n key 1, and then we have 4 case here. And the first one, if it's yes, it'll next to change food procedure, and if it's not, we move on to case 2. If it's yes, it'll be change side dish procedure, and if it's not, we move on to case 3. And if it's yes, it'll move to change drink procedure, and if it's not, it will move to case 4. And if it's yes, it'll be moved to login procedure, and if it's not, it'll be display the number that you input is invalid, please try again, and back to changing the data list procedure. And the next one is change food procedure, and we have this start initiator always, and we declare that numeric and price A with 8 array and character C product food with 8 array 2, and we will display insert new food name, and this is the input symbol. We accept C product food 0 until C product food 7, and then we display you have been changed the food name, and we also separate this and we also separate this with on-page connector that labeled with R letter. And the first one, we will display insert new price, and we also accept n price A0 until n price 7, and we will display you have been changed the food price and n. And we move on to change side dish procedure. So So this is start initiator here, and we declare numeric and price B with 5 array and character C product side dish with 5 array too. And we will display insert new side dish name, and we have this input symbol. We accept C product side dish 0 until C product side dish 4, and then we will display you have been changed the side dish name, and we also separate this with on page connector, which labeled with R letter, and then display insert new price and accept and price B0 until and price B4, and then we display you have been changed the side dish price, and then end. And the last one is change drink procedure. We have this start initiator first, and then we declare the numeric and price C with 5 array and character C product drink with 5 array too, and then we display insert new drink name, and then we have this input symbol that accepts C product drink 0 until 4, and then we display you have been changed the drink name, and then we separate this with on page connector that labeled with S letter, and then display insert new price, and then we accept and price C0 until 4, and then display you have been changed the price. And
okay, the menu list one first is the start, and then the process is numeric NKA, NKTA, and price A array 8, and then character C product food 8 and array, and then consists the price, and then the C product food variant price, and then variant the menu the product food, and then like same NKB, NKTAB, and price array 5, and then character C product set this 5, like C product food. This is the same, and like the NKC, NKTC, and then N price C array 5, and then the C product drink array 5, like same the side dish and the product food. And then we go to the display. The display is welcome to Ramenchi, and display please choose the number print strong. This to choose what is menu. We choose the menu like display when display 1 C product food array 0 RP plus and price A 1. Okay, and then the number 9 is the back to menu list. If you not the buying this menu list, the C product food one first, and then we seeing the case 1 until case 9. The case 1, if you want to choose key R1, you the like the order this C product food. If you want like the 1, like 2, like 3, and then you must go to the end, and then the case 9, if you not the choose everyone, you must go to the menu list, and if you want wrong this number, you must go to the menu list, and then what if you the true, you must accept NKTA what they mean the QTA, the quantity, how much you're buying this J product food. Okay, and then you must go to process the and total A and total price A. You must the and total A and price A multiplied the NQTA, and then you must go to the C menulis next the C product side dish array 5, and then you must the cash everyone like same the C product food. You must the accept NKB. You must the if you just want cash one, if you want the if you choose the display the display 2, you must the you order the C product food side dish C product side dish array 0, and then you must go to N. If you want the cash 6, you must back to menu list. You back to the C product side dish, and then if you know the input your number so wrong, you must go to back to menu list again, and then if you true the input, you will the asking the call your input quantity the quantity how much you're buying to product side dish, and then you must go to process and total B. If the and total and price B multiplied and QTB, and then you must go to start. Then like assign the side dish, you must display. You must choose 1 until 6 back to menu list. Okay, the arrow so same like the C product food, C product set dish. You must choose case 1 until case 6. If you not the order, you must the case 6. You must do back to menu list. If you wrong the input, you must do back to menu list again to the C product ring. Okay, this the hold your input quantity. This how much you're buying in the quantity ring, and then you must accept the QTC the quantity, and then you go to the process and total C and price C multiplied and QTC, and then if you can if the everyone already the process is n total A and total B and n total C, and then the n total A and total B and total C, you can must put together the n total grand total. This the plus A, B, and C, and then there is the n grand totals and you must the next payment procedure payment, and then if you want to see the Pseudocode, you can click the link to the Pseudocode. Yes.
Payment procedure 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's continue to the payment procedure. Payment procedure start. Accept payment underscore method. It's like the function for another name for payment procedure.
and continue with declaring the numeric nkz and character C OVO code empty brackets is OVO code 001, OVO code 002, and so on. And continue with display select your payment method. In this payment procedure, there's two payment methods. The first is via OVO, the second is via cash, and for another option is cancel transaction. And continue with accept nkz and C OVO code empty brackets. If case 1, it will process to case 1 and print struct that display detail pay Ramenchi Restauran as the restaurant name, display the Cilangkap Highway number 19 Tangerang as the address of the restaurant, and display the food, the side dish, the drink that bought by the customer in this transaction, and total transaction in this transaction, the OVO code that this OVO code is meaning for the unique code for the customer, and the OVO that needed in this transaction. And if Q2 or via cash, it will continue to the cash payment procedure. If Q3 or cancel transaction, it will back to the login procedure. And if not choose 1, 2, or 3, or case 1, case 2, case 3, it will display the number you enter is invalid. Please try again, and it will come back to the payment procedure or accept payment method. Okay, cash payment procedure 3, 2, 1. Okay, as I said before, if in the payment procedure, if choose 2, that means that it will continue to the cash payment procedure. So let's talk about the cash payment procedure for chart. Let's start from the upper left. Cash payment start. Cash payment procedure start. Accept cash underscore payment. It's like the same before, just another name for this procedure. And continue with declaring numeric and cash and change, and continue with display. You choose payment with cash. It is like a repetition that makes sure that to tell that the payment method, the cuisine payment method is with cash. And then continue with accept and cash. And cash is the money that received from the customer that given to the staff. And then there is logic check that if and case more than n grand total, then n change is n case minus n grand total. And then print struct that display detail pay, display the name of the restaurant, the address of the restaurant, the food, the side dish, the drink that bought by the customer in this transaction, the total that in this transaction, and the money that given by the cash that given by the customer to the staff, and the change. If n case not more than n grand total, it's go to the below like the flow chart. No, then display your money is not no. Then return to the cash payment procedure. Okay, it's last but not least. It's time for we're talking about dry run. Let's start from the login procedure. First, if the input is username and C password null, the process will display username and password must be filled, and the output call procedure login. The second case, if C username admin, C password admin, the process will display username and password correct, output call procedure changing data list. The third is if the input C username and C password staff, the process will display username and password correct, the output call procedure menu list. And the fourth, if the input C username and C username or C password wrong, the process will say display bracket 1 or array 1 has been edit/update. For the chain ring is the same as before. From the first is C product ring 1. The process edit slash updated the output display plus C product ring bracket 1 or array 1 as being edit slash update. The second is n price C bracket 1 or array 1. The process is edit slash updated the output display plus n price C bracket 1 or array 1 has been edit slash update. Move to the monolith procedure. For the monolith procedure, if the input nka is 1, it will proceed to the case 1 and the output will display you have ordered plus C for the number that you input is invalid. Please try again. The output will call procedure changing data list. Next to the other procedure is change food procedure. If the input C product food D array 0 C product food 0, the process will be edit or slash update. The output will display plus C product food array 0 has been edit slash update. The second case is if the input and price A array 1 bracket 1, the process will say edit slash update display plus and price A 1 has been edit slash update. Dry run table 2. Let's move to the second dry run table, the change side disk procedure. To be honest, the change side disk procedure and change ring procedure, it's kind of same as the chain food procedure. The difference is just the category. That food is just for food, side is side dish, and drink for drink. Okay, let's talk about it. And the chain side dish procedure. If the first is input, say C product side dish 1 process edit slash updated, the output will display plus C product side dish 1 as being at slash updated. And the second is n price B array 1 or the bracket 1, the process edit slash updated, the output display plus n price B bracket 1 or array 1 has been edit slash update. For the chain ring is the same as before. From the first is C product ring 1, the process edit slash updated, the output display plus C product ring bracket 1 or array 1 as being edit slash update. The second is n price C bracket 1 or array 1. The process is edit slash updated, the output display plus n price C bracket 1 or array 1 has been edit slash update. Move to the monolith procedure. Good. Let's move to the next procedure, monolith. For monolith, the first, if the input nka is 1, it will proceed to the case 1. It will display you have ordered plus C product food bracket 0 or array 0 enjoy, and then it will after that it will continue to the end. The input n kitty ya is 2. It will process the n total a is 35,000 times 2 will open to start and continue to the nkb. The input to the second case. The second case is nkb is 1. It will proceed to the case 1. The output will display you have ordered plus C product side dish 0 bracket 0 or array 0 enjoy, and will continue to the n kitty yb is 1, and total the process will n total b is 25,000 times 1. The output will start and continue to the another case. The case 3 is the input nkc is 1. It will proceed to the case 1 and display the output is display have ordered plus C product during array 0 or bracket 0. Enjoy. It will continue the n key NKTYC is 1. The process will n total C is 10,000 times 1. To output to start and then continue the n2 and continue the input n total A is 70,000, and the process will n grand total is 70,000 plus 25,000 plus 10,000. The output will call procedure payment. NKTC is 1 and total A is 10,000 times 1. It only to start and it will continue the input case 4, 5, 6, and total A is 70,000 and total B is 25,000 and total C is 10,000. And it will process to the n grand total is 70,000 plus 25,000 plus 10,000, and the output will call procedure payment. Dry run tabel 3. Now let's continue the payment procedure. If the first case is ulang 3, 2, 1. Let's continue the payment procedure. The first input nkz is 1. It will proceed to the case 1. The output will print struck. The second is nkz is 2. We will proceed to the case 2 and output will call case payment procedure. And if the third is nkz is 3, we'll proceed to the case 3 and the output is call to login procedure login. The fourth, the input is nkz is 4. It will proceed to the default. The output is call payment _ method. Next to the move to the next step, move to the next procedure. From the nkz2 case 2, that proceed to the call cash payment. And the cash payment procedure, the input is ncash, the process is ncash more than n grand total. The output will print struck. And in the print struck, there's a n change. The n change process is ncash minus n grand total, and in this dry run, the cash is 150,000 minus 105,000. That's all. Thank you. It will proceed to the default. The output is call payment _ method. Next to the move to the next step, move to the next procedure. From the nkz2 case 2, that proceed to the call cash payment. And the cash payment procedure, the input is ncash, the process is ncash more than n grand total. The output will print struck. And in the print struck, there's a n change. The n change process is ncash minus n grand total, and in this dry run, the cash is 150,000 minus 105,000. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you everyone. If you have any question, if you did not, I must close the presentation. Before the close, thank you very much your attention, and if the group 1 there are wrong, please forgive, and then thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.